I mean, how good, can you hear that? That is, wow. Right, we're keeping the Ben Hogan theme going. Last video was excellent, talking about how the arms should be set before you take the golf club back, elbows to hips. Today we're going to keep that theme going. We're going to talk a little bit more about the right arm, what Ben Hogan does with his right arm, and how your ball striking can become far superior than it is just now by listening to what Ben Hogan said, or how Ben Hogan created this action, if you like. We're doing this in an attempt to take Hogan's stuff and make our golf better, make your golf better. So the last video we set ourselves up Hogan style with our elbows, right elbow pointing towards right hip, turned it out the way, left elbow towards left hip, so we turned the elbows out in this fashion, address position, and then like so, forearms went closer together, but right elbow pointed towards right hip, left elbow pointed towards left hip. And then from that position it was a simple turn, turn. So invert the elbows to make sure they're pointing towards the hips, and then turn and turn. Very, very powerful stuff going on there. Mr. Hogan completely had this nailed. Now let's think about the right arm. I've discussed the right arm in the past. Your right arm being a power accumulator, so bending and straightening of the right arm. If I bend it, it creates power, it stores power, then I straighten it out, that's me delivering the power. Hogan sets himself to the golf ball, like so, elbows inverted, or pointing towards hips. Now when Mr. Hogan takes the club back, you'll notice that when he gets to the top of his swing, his right elbow, the top of his right arm, his right bicep is locked onto his right side. So he's set that address by doing such an action, like so. He's got the elbow, or the upper part of the arm, touching the pec in there on the right side, both sides, but the right side we're talking about today. And as the body turns, he gets to this position here, where the hands are behind his right shoulder, and the upper part of his right arm is stuck on his right side. The opposite of that would be this, anywhere there, Hogan's here. You will feel immediately when you do this that your swing is reduced in length, it's much more compact, but from there there's more power because it's attached to the body. Body turning, large muscles compared to the small muscle of just the bicep. Very, 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 very powerful. Yeah, so that's very powerful. Dress position, good. Right arm and left arm, elbows in place as per the last video I uploaded, which I'll leave a link to at the end of this video. From the top there, right elbow's tucked in. Top of the swing, body turns, right upper arm is stuck on the right side, and then from there as I come back down to impact, you'll see I'm coming from behind the golf ball, or behind my body, hands behind my right shoulder, and then from there as I come back down, you'll see the club shaft dissects halfway up my body. It's not over here, it's not too low, it's halfway over my body, dissecting my trunk, and then from there I'm attacking the ball from the inside, because of the connection I've created with the upper arm and the torso. Dress position, good. Elbows, good. Right arm in place to do its thing. Turn, right arm, stays on right side, turn back through. Very, very powerful. I mean, how good, can you hear that? That is, wow. I love that move so much. It reduces my backswing. I've been playing a lot lately in the range bay, working on reducing the length of swing to try and make it a little bit more compact. And having done a little bit of Hogan research and reading Hogan's book, I've understood that that connection with the right arm to the right side is what's going to reduce my swing. There's no power loss whatsoever though. Because the swing's shorter doesn't mean it's less powerful. It's probably more efficient. Smash factor would be up. More efficient. Address position, now my feet are open because of Eureka Golf Swing, which Hogan incorporates slightly with the left hip action through impact. That'll be another video. Elbows in place, right arm locked in. Good. Turn right arm away, stays locked into right side, and then from there as I come back down, I can get the club shaft, dissect the middle of my body. So angle of attack or path of club is a little bit more in to out. Again, absolutely pure. I love that, absolutely love that. Now what can go wrong? Very, very little can go wrong. You could start this with shorter actions. I've got 6 iron in my hand, reduced width of stance, get the elbow in there and just back to here, and through, try and feel. Shorter action, for me that's tricky. Try one more. In there, nice short action. To pop that ball out there. But what can go wrong dynamically? What's the opposite of that? Well, I find that harder when I reduce it. I'm a speed guy. So what's the opposite of that? The opposite of that is disconnection, the right arm disconnecting from the trunk, from the torso. That's when we get slightly over the top. That's going to take the hands away from the body on the downswing, and therefore we're going to have to pull the golf club back towards the golf ball. Cutting across, we're going to get a pull, or we're going to get a slice from that, aren't we? Dress position, good. Elbows in a good position. If I let this left elbow, right elbow wander, I'm pulling away here somehow. I'm letting it wander. Look at the steepness of the shaft now. I'm letting it wander away, getting long, and then from there coming back down. I'm trying to get the connection again, but of course I'm coming steep. And look at the angle of the shaft. Now there's no way that shaft there on the way down is going through the inside of my body, the centre of my body. That's the main problem. So many people that I see take the club back too long with disconnection of right elbow, or it's not right elbow, it's right upper arm to right pec, and cut across the golf ball. They're just, that's suicidal. It really is. That's not golf. Golf is played on an inclined plane. So the club comes back along this plane from behind the golf ball to the golf ball, behind the golf ball. We never go ahead of the golf ball to come back in unless we're trying to shape it. Even that though is more structured. You still would never really come out to in, you would change the base of the plane, another story. Dress position, elbows, good. I can feel my right elbow is now locked in place, and all I have to do from there is turn, I'll feel the connection and back through. Turn, feel the connection, back through. Turn, connection and through. And I mean, oh, this is good fun. Let's do one more. Turn, feel the connection, back through, because I've preset myself. There we go, elbows are good, right elbow, right arm, it's locked in. There, it's locked in there, that's where it's going to go, that's where it's returning to, that position there. Power accumulator, number one, the bending and straightening of the right arm. Address, good. Elbows good, right arm locked in. Feel it locked in, feel it locked in. Let's keep it locked in. Again, very good. Let's do one that's unlocked. Get to there, I'm up here, oh now I'm long. Now my elbow's travelling somewhere in space. Then I'm going to go out here and use this section to come back across the golf ball. Different, isn't it? Shaft angle completely different, plane completely different. I can shorten things. I'm losing no distance here with this shot. I can shorten things, be there like Hogan, and just hit ball after ball after ball, pure because of that tightness, that connection, that genius that Hogan has. And he's given it all to us. And do we use it? Or do we become human and do everything we can to help that ball into the air rather than do what the greatest golfer in the world, arguably one of the greatest golfers in the world, has told us all to do for so many years, that. Even if the right elbow is not completely locked to the side, you want the sensation or the feeling that it actually is. And the closer and closer you get to that, the more you're going to push that right elbow or that right upper arm onto that right side of your torso. Just keep feeling as though you get closer and closer and closer to that. Video analysis may dictate it's not exactly on there, and I'm sure some of the shots I play back are not exactly on there, but it's as close as I'm going to get. There's so much rotation, so much connection, and it's just, the strike's so pure. Guys, there we go. Oh. I will continue doing the Hogan thing. I'll add up some more Hogan videos. People seem to be enjoying them, which is brilliant. If you like the channel, please subscribe. It's free of charge. Also hit the bell notification and you'll get instant notifications of all my videos. And of course, smash that thumbs up button. That's good for the algorithm. It's good for me. See you in the next video. Bye bye.